Back in effect.
What up, what up? It's your man, J.
J and Twon.
And this is
Tech Taste Daily.
And I don't even know where to start, Twon, because there's this segue. You know, sometimes when we talk about the singularity, the part that people want to fight against the most is that the singularity will probably solve aging. And what a lot of people say is, don't nobody want to live for no 500, 600, 700 years. We have to die. Because if you're not going to die, then you're not going to strive to make yourself better, because you're just going to be alive.
Yeah.
What do you think of that? I'm curious as to, I've always wondered what you think of that philosophy.
Well, death does kind of create a sense of urgency.
It does.
Get shit done before you die.
I got 80 years.
But if you're not going to die, you can do that shit tomorrow.
Yeah, I know. I can see why people say that.
I mean, it depends what kind of person you are, really. Like, if you're a procrastinator, then you will procrastinate the fuck out of 500 years.
Yeah.
If you like to get up and go hard, then you're going to get a whole bunch of shit done in 500 years or whatever. But it'd be nice to have the option.
Do you think if you had an extra 100 years that you would not be doing as well as you are now?
Yeah.
Double the time.
Because, the stuff that I ended up doing, I was kind of just doing anyway. The stuff that I do for money and to make a living is the stuff that I was doing when I wasn't working. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I started my business doing stuff that I was doing when I wasn't working for fun.
Right.
Now it's for the past 20 years, it's been kind of like work. so now it feels like a job. But anyway, my point.
But it's better than accounting, which is what you were going to do.
Exactly. So, if I was doing that, if I kept doing that, I would be doing as well as I'm doing now.
For those of you who don't know, Twon and I have known each other forever. Oh, that was my cue to shut up or something.
You were going to say the number of years.
Nah, we ain't going there, bro. We're definitely on the same wavelength right there. But you know what I remember the most about when we was youngins and we was like kind of figuring out and determining where we wanted to be and what our trajectory was going to be? We used to... This is real talk, dog. Tell me if you remember this. We used to look at dudes that would roll by in like the dope Beamers or the Porsches or the Bentleys, and we'd be like, that nigga's old. He's too old to even enjoy that. He ain't doing it right.
Right.
We got to get that while we're still young enough to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Remember, we met them girls, and they was like, come on this boat. We went out on that boat, and then dudes,
Remember that.
they were so old. And yeah, did those girls go hang out with the dudes on the boat afterwards?
No, they didn't.
No. We didn't have no boats.
Didn't need no boats. Where we're going, we don't need no boats.
Now we're the old dudes with the boats. Hey, I'm not complaining, because you know what? The girls are still hanging out with us.
Aha.
So they're still young enough to enjoy it.
There you go.
Because them dudes, they really wasn't doing it right. I mean, we aren't
They
wrinkled
look
and
like
gray.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
Those
saying.
dudes look like they were like 80 years old.
Yeah, it was like
I never asked them. I wonder how old those dudes were.
If they were with like a dime piece, you'd be like, oh, that's that guy's daughter. I mean, you know, the father-daughter luncheon.
Especially if she's calling him daddy.
I didn't even think about that. Oh, goodness. All right. So anyways.
Yeah, what we're supposed to be talking about?
That was just to bring up the whole thing of the new anti-aging technology that's coming out.
That's right. I totally forgot. I was reminiscing.
Are they gonna reverse age, and are we gonna actually be younger, or is it just gonna give us extra years? That's what I want to know. Can we check this video out and see
you've
what's
been
up?
looking into this for a while. I remember you used to watch those Ray Kurzweil videos.
Yes.
And
Ray
that shit trips
Kurzweil.
me out. Like
Ray looking good.
Him. Yeah, because like when I first started watching his videos and reading his books about the singularity and whatnot, he looked old as a motherfucker.
Right.
And then you showed me that video. This is years ago.
Yeah.
You showed me that video where he's talking about your body. Each person's body consumes a different amount of vitamins and whatnot. So you need to go to your doctor and get tested so you can get the right.
It's got to be specialized to your genome.
Otherwise, you're taking a multivitamin. Your body's throwing away half of that stuff. It doesn't need it, and the stuff that it does need, you're not getting enough of.
Yeah.
So for the average, what do they call it? The average daily allowance or recommended dose or whatever the hell they call it.
Right.
Isn't the same for everybody.
No.
Some people need that amount. Other people need twice that. Other people don't need any of that. So taking a multivitamin is better than nothing. But clearly what Ray Kurzweil is doing is working because he went from looking old as a mofo to looking all young and his skin's all shiny and stuff. Like he was all dried out and just old and wrinkly looking. And the last time I saw him do something, it looked like he had more hair and his skin was tight and it was like his skin was shiny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not looked like leathery in the sun. Like his shit was rejuvenated.
He's like, I'm doing it right.
Yeah, man. And he's like 80
I believe
years
it.
old or something, isn't he?
He's a lot older than he looks because whenever he says his age, I'm shocked.
Yeah, dude.
Should we look?
Yeah, let's. Well, you look that up. I'll start the video.
Word up.
I'm really curious how old he's. He's old as dirt, I think. Maybe not quite that old, but he's pretty old. All right, let's check him out.
Yeah.
This is the damage report.
John Adarola.
The TYT network.
Yes.
They say that the only two things in life that are inevitable are death and taxes, but it really feels like aging is pretty inevitable too. But does it have to be?
Okay.
Or could science eventually get the better of it? We're going to find out today. We're joined by Dr. Greg Fay, Chief Scientific Officer for Intervene Immune, who was just involved in a really interesting clinical trial that gets to the heart of this matter. Welcome to the show, Doctor.
Thanks very much. Happy to be here.
Great to have you here. So let's break it down. Understand, obviously, the audience has made.
Wait a minute. So
human aging may be delayed. He's not saying anything about making you younger, though.
Yeah, what happened to reverse? That's clickbait.
I'm saying. Right.
But and it says maybe delayed. Well, but
it
maybe
does say
my ass
maybe.
because Ray Kurzweil is doing it right now. So I'm curious what the.
Look at Ray. Look at Ray and his 40-year-old looking ass. I mean, maybe
born
not
in
40, but like 50.
1948.
He's 72.
Okay, so he's not quite 80 yet. But damn, he looks good for
He
72.
looks dope.
In fact, here, let's. Can you make that bigger?
That's what she always
Ah.
wants me.
He still looks kind of old there.
I mean, and that's about as good as it's gonna get.
Maybe that's an old picture. That's 2006. It says, right?
Oh, okay. No, yeah, 2005.
So
yeah,
dude, he looks younger than that now.
He at least looks the same, and it's been 15 years.
No, dude,
So-
when I saw him, he was all shiny looking.
Okay,
Like his skin was tight. I mean, he looks okay. I guess he does look like he's like 40 or 50.
he
or
looks
something.
good, man.
But like when maybe he was sweaty or something because his shit was hella.
Or
shiny.
maybe he's just got good genes, because black don't crack.
No, dude, because he looked old before.
Oh
like-
no, you're right. He did for a second.
He looked
Yep.
older than that before, because it was back around 2005, 2006 or something like that you started showing me those videos.
Yep, it was. Yeah.
So
He's known for taking over 200 pills a day, meant
Yeah.
to reprogram his biochemistry.
yeah.
So he's really doing
got
it.
a regiment of pills that, man.
So this dude better have something good to say, man,
Right?
because
Yeah.
otherwise we're just gonna
This-
follow up the Ray.
Human aging may be delayed. Come on, you better at least be doing what Ray is doing.
I'm
You
with
better
it.
be looking all shiny and tight.
Come on, man.
All right, let's see what they got.
I am a lay person, but what was the clinical trial really about, and how does it get to this question of helping to reverse or at least slow down aging?
He said reverse.
The trial was really designed to see if we could do something about immune system aging, because if we don't do something about immune system aging, eventually we'll all die of immunosuppression, sort of like getting AIDS automatically just as a function of getting old. So we wanted to stop that, and
I
we
don't like
were
the
able
sound
to
of that.
regrow the
No.
immune system in older people. But we found out as part of the side effects of that treatment that the rest of aging seemed to go along for the ride. So in other words, we were able to show,
Oh,
at least
okay.
based on one measure of aging called epigenetic aging, that there was an actual reversal of aging process pretty much globally.
So you just mentioned this epigenetic aging. Can you define that for us?
So
It's not what they set out to do. It was a byproduct of what they were doing to what, fix AIDS or something?
I don't think that's how AIDS got into the conversation. I think he said that I don't know. I was messing with screenshots and stuff, but AIDS definitely piqued my attention. He's like,
Yeah.
it'd be like if you got old and everybody just got AIDS, and I was like, what? But yeah, that's what he said. It's like if you got old and everybody just got AIDS. He didn't say they were working on AIDS, but yeah, you said it was a side effect. What were they working on?
You know, that's what I was looking up epigenetic aging because that sounded so interesting.
Neither one of us is paying attention. But it seemed like something interesting was going on.
Yeah.
Let's see what they have to say.
All right.
So the epigenome consists of things that are on top of the genome. In other words, things that regulate DNA, things that regulate the use of your genes. And since your genes control everything that happens in your body, it's very important to be able to regulate them properly. And what we find is that the regulation of genes changes with aging, and you can measure that change.
So you got to measure your genes and make sure you're the right size so it doesn't squeeze your nuts and make you get old fast.
You gotta have the double extra large, but you can't sag
You
too
can't be
much
sagging.
because that's played out.
You're right. We are so good.
This dude is so. I'm not gonna say it. Please continue, smart guy.
All right, let's go, smart guy.
And actually determine your biological age based on this thing called methylation, or the methylation clock of aging.
Wait, so is he saying you got to smoke meth?
This dude is talking about the methodological clock.
You got to smoke the methylation to
Epidermic.
reverse your age.
Man, can you just tell us what about the aging and how it reverses without?
In English without all the AIDS
I'm
and meth
saying,
and stuff.
dang, come on, man.
Accurately, then you can actually determine how old you are from the number of birthdays that you've had. So
What?
the
Isn't that how
Yeah,
you
that's-
always? Isn't that always how you figure out how old you are?
Determine how old you are from the amount of birthdays you had. What? That is not groundbreaking.
No. Like, he
Did
lost
he
me.
really just say that? We must have missed some kind of context there.
Yeah.
He about to get cut
is
off.
that we have a wonderful way of measuring aging. It's the gold standard, and based on the gold standard, we were actually able to roll back aging. So it seems like in some circumstances, maybe epigenetic aging at least can run in reverse.
Okay, so obviously fascinating.
Wait. Hold up. So I can't even keep a straight face. He's like, pay no attention to the counting how old you are by the number of birthdays you have. We're talking about epigenetic aging. Is that
The
what-
gold standard.
the gold standard in aging? What does that mean? Like, do I look older? Do I feel older? No. This petri dish just says you're younger,
Dog.
but I feel the same. I look the same.
Look at John Aderolla's face. He's thinking the same thing as we are. He's like, man, I brought you in for this interview. What is you talking about,
Right?
man?
He's not feeling it.
He keeps
It looks like it's not working on
he
homie.
keeps trying to rephrase the question. Yeah, but what about the reversal of the aging
Right?
part?
Yeah, how do we get younger? Because it doesn't look like it's working on you, homie.
Well, the epigenetic and the methodermic.
Right? Let me just say a bunch of words that will confuse you so I don't have to answer your question. All right, let's see if he answers the question.
All right, fingers crossed.
But I also, obviously, the next step is wondering, well, then how does this get applied to my life, and how do I roll back
Right.
to a time in my life when I was physically and perhaps even mentally in better shape? So how do we get to that? How far is the initial trial that you were involved in from me walking into CVS and picking up
Yes.
prescription.
There
or
you
something
go.
Like that.
Say that then.
Yep. Thank you, John.
Thank you.
That's why we watch him.
Right?
He's dope.
Get to the point. He's taking his deep breath.
Oh boy.
He's taking a deep breath.
Oh boy.
He's like, I'm about to come with it.
Yeah.
I'm going to answer your question. No, I'm not.
Here he goes.
He's not going to answer the question.
Nope.
Well, it's pretty far away from that because it's a very complicated thing that we're trying to do here, and there are many unknowns, and so we are.
We can just make your toenails grow faster or
something. Clinical trials in the near future, probably in January of next year, and it's all going to be doctor supervised, and we think it should be that way for the time being because we're, in a sense, we're playing with fire. I mean, aging is pretty deeply entrenched biologically, so we want to be very cautious and careful about how we deal with it.
Yeah, we got to count those birthdays.
After a while, once all the bugs have been taken out of it, once the safety has been established, it'll become more and more accessible.
Now,
So when did this video come out?
Yeah, good question, man.
Let's check.
2019.
2000. Okay, so it was just like a year and a half.
So you know what? One thing I can say for the title of this video and this dude's presentation, this is definitely, I mean, and I'll admit it, this is the most boring representation of anti-aging that I've ever seen in my life. This is terrible.
They should have had his younger lab partner do the presentation too.
Something.
You know what, the older looking dude talking about reversing aging, because the whole time I'm looking at him, I'm like, it's not working.
I learned nothing.
And you're not answering the questions, and it's not working because look at you.
That talk about clickbait.
Sorry, guys.
That
Sorry, guy. Sorry, guy.
Yeah. Hey, no offense. Oh boy.
Yeah, no
But
offense.
yeah, that was well, he is gonna go down in history as providing the worst Tech Taste Daily video of all time.
Maybe not the worst.
Okay, probably not the worst.
All right, let's see what else he has to say.
Dr. Fay, when you say more and more accessible, for people at home, what
Get 'em,
do
Brooke.
you mean? Like, what could
explain this.
research
Answer
that
the
we have right
questions.
now, eventually, what could that mean for their everyday life?
They keep
Well,
on
it can mean
rephrasing
a
the
lot.
question.
So most people that die of the flu or that die of pneumonia are over 65, and that's because they don't have good immune systems anymore. But beyond that, we would all like to be more spry. We'd all like to maintain our youth a much longer period of time. So going forward, we're beginning to develop real evidence that this is possible.
You know how mad they must have been that they booked this dude.
I know,
for
he
this
keeps talking
interview.
about possibilities and long way out. They need Ray Kurzweil.
It was very misleading.
Ray's doing big things already and has been since 2006.
And he explains it very acutely, maybe acutely is not the right word that I'm looking for, but he explains it well.
Yeah, he goes into detail. He's very verbose with his explanations. This guy, I don't know, man. I don't know. And look at his bookshelf. I'm just saying. His bookshelf is hella messy and disorganized. Doesn't look like he's getting much done very effectively.
I know I'm not supposed to hate. I'm supposed to participate. Apologies. That was just a little misleading. I was disappointed in the results of this this information.
No, I'm participating in the hating. All right, but we're gonna go ahead and let him finish his thought. Maybe how much time does he have left? No, he's good. We're gonna skip ahead.
Yeah, man. Please
Get to the good part.
come on.
We'll give you the final minute.
Let's get it.
To make your key points.
Okay, let's get it.
You get a minute and a half.
See what's up.
It generally has some negative ramifications, either societally or psychologically. Was there anything, I know it was just a year study, but was there any indication of potential negative side effects?
Well, there were a couple of people whose senescent cell levels spiked up momentarily and then went back down. We didn't like that, but it's not
What kind of levels?
concern at this point. There were some minor side effects associated with growth hormone, very typical things like joint swelling, gynecomastia, having your breast get a little bit larger, even though this is an all-male
wrong with
population.
that.
I like that
That's
part.
like
But these were
anti-aging?
minor
That sounds
things,
cool.
and the
Getting
people in
larger,
the
not
trial
sagging?
Yeah, I mean.
much preferred to have the benefits of the treatment than to worry about these minor side effects. So far.
Minor side effects, tiggo bitties, and some other thing I didn't understand what the hell he was talking about.
I feel guilty for making you guys watch this video. I'm sorry. I thought it was going to be more informative.
We are not impressed or amused.
But hey, we'll do a follow-up. Next time we're going to get Ray. We're going to get the real deal, because anti-aging actually is something that is happening right now. The medicine is out, and it's only 2021. So let's see where we get by, 2025. What's going to be happening in 2030? It could be big things.
This guy didn't even explain anything.
You know what? And watch.
I know nothing more than I did before I watched this video.
Now, after we done dissed him, he's going to be like the biggest thing ever.
Right? Like that Neo stock.
Right?
All right. Let him finish his thought and get dissed, and then we'll move on.
Okay, well, very fascinating, especially the cancer angle that you just brought up, too. Dr. Greg Fay, we really appreciate you joining us and breaking down this really interesting study for us.
Thanks very much. Happy to be here.
Look at his face. He didn't really appreciate it. He was like, let's
They
cut.
felt the
Let's
same way
get rid
that
of
we
this.
did.
Oh, we
yeah.
got the...
Why is that so funny to us?
I don't know why it's funny, and I don't know why it's at the end of that video either. But whatever. Hey, I'm just glad 2020's over.
Oh man, for real, Loki F 2020.
Anyway, so Age Reversal, not by Greg Fay, but check out that Ray Kurzweil vitamin thing.
Yes,
I'm trying to get on that, because if nothing else, just getting the right vitamins so your skin doesn't dry out and your hair doesn't fall out and all that kind of stuff. That's what we have right now.
Yeah,
I thought this guy was going to tell us about something new, but
we really did. We really owe it to the people. We'll do a follow up with some actual stuff
Ray
for
next
you
time.
guys.
All right, y'all. That's all we got for this one. Aging is not reversed, but it is slowed if you take your vitamins. Not multivitamins. You gotta go see the doctor. All right. Tech Taste Daily.
See you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in.
Base in the space means peace. See you later.
Easy.
Tech Taste Daily.